Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to New World. We're really excited to be back in New World today. Took a few days off and have been working on some other things, but today we are getting back into it. Took a little break because today we are going to do a little bit of a change of pace. You will notice that we are wearing different armor and we have some staves equipped. We are going to be checking out the life staff and getting that leveled up so that we can heal. And we're going to experiment with the fire staff as well. I've gotten us into some light gear that has that focuses on intelligence and focus. So all of our gear, for the most part, where I could find it, is going to up our int and our focus. So the int will help us with the fire staff, and then I'm pretty sure focus is what we're using for healing. If we take a look at our attributes, that's where we're at. So I'm doing this in an attempt to heal the dungeon because, as a lot of you guys noticed, we did the Armrine excavation dungeon, but we didn't grab the heart gem. I noticed this myself after I did the run, but we will be doing it again. I always wanted to do it several times, but yeah, it would have been nice to grab the item. Not a big deal. We're going to go back in there next time as a healer. I saw the healer in the group we were in, and it just seemed like a really interesting take on healing. And in most MMOs, I've kind of ended up healing. And it's something I enjoy doing, so I want to see how it is in New World. And see how targeting works into it, because that's kind of a new idea to me, the fact that we will have to aim our staff potentially and target players in order to be able to heal them. Should be interesting, but yeah, we have to first, we have to level up the weapons, right? So we can attack with the healing staff. So that's good. We're going to fight some... What we're doing today, by the way, the plan is that we're going to run through Everfall here, and we're going to tackle some of these lower level quests. As low as level 15. So we're going to pin all of these. And we're going to work on these as a way to level up our weapons. There we go. So we're headed over to 3 first. Defeat the Ancient Guardian. A little bit of a range on that. Oh, we can shoot that quite far. And we could tap it for the quick attack, or we could charge it up for what is probably the more powerful heavy attack. This will be my first time really experimenting with either of the staves. Gonna grab these sun creepers here. I also did some research on how to craft the orb that we need. Because one person in the group needs to have an orb to do the dungeon run, so I did research how to craft that. One thing I have to do is I have to get my stone cutting up to level 50. That's something that I need to do that isn't quite there yet. I'm kind of hoping that as a healer, it might be easier to find groups. A couple of you guys said that tanks were fairly abundant in the game, but that there might be less healers than anything else. Okay, let's take a look here. We have healing and a protector. Orb of protection, shoot out a light projectile that grants 10% fortify. 20 seconds, heals an ally for 10% of weapon damage, and deals weapon damage when it hits an enemy. Light's Embrace, targeted healed for 100% weapon damage, damage plus 30% more for each buff on the target. And Beacon, shoot out a light projectile that deals 146% weapon damage to enemies, attaches to its target, and heals all nearby allies for 20% weapon damage. So barriers and heal over time. And then over here we have the straight healing. So we have Divine Embrace, heals the target for 150% weapon damage. Sacred Ground creates an area on the ground that lasts for 15 seconds and heals 20%. Yeah, see, we're going to want to go... Probably going to want to ultimately go down the healing tree when we do the dungeon, right? But I'm wondering if, like, for now, maybe we go down the protector tree while we're leveling it up. Because I don't even think we could target ourselves, can we? The Sacred Ground we could lay down for ourselves. Splash of Light, you and all group members within 100 meters are healed. Yeah, that's... Let's go over here. Then again, like... That's kind of the weird thing, right? If there aren't any group members to hit... What does this do? Half-formed. Some of the bodies in the ancient guardians are only half preserved, cursing them to an eternity of crawling on their bellies to reach their next destination. I made the mistake of underestimating these crawling torsos and was met with a swift death from the way they have adapted to jump up and claw their enemies down. I refuse to give up on my research simply because of the forceful resistance I am being met with, but those crawlers haunt my nightmares in ways their standing brethren do not. Fair. I mean, you fight so many of the same thing that eventually you're just inured to it, I would think. How many times can you be ripped apart by a skeleton before it ceases to really matter to you? So this one deals weapon damage. Does this one deal... Yeah, they all deal some kind of weapon damage when they hit the enemy at least. It would probably be nice for us though to get a food buff going so we can regen a little bit between combat here. And yeah, we could also probably get out of here because we are done with that objective. Let's head up here. Plunder Meadow Lake Fishery. Search chest for weapon oil. Alright, let's get on that. That's number 4. We can just jump down here. Not exactly going to hurt us very much. Once we get the last ability for the life staff, I will switch over to the fire staff and we'll get our 3 abilities with that one as well. I probably need to be getting some boulders along the way so that I can level up my stone cutting. Like I said, I do need to get that to level 50 to be able to begin to craft the orb that we need. It's like they give you 1 orb for doing the quest, and then if you want to craft more, you kind of have to have a high skill level with basically everything. Harvesting and stone cutting especially, you have to have a high skill level to create the things that you need to make the orb. So I'm going to grab some stone. As exciting as that is, it is part of our journey here. And I'm going to check and see what our stone cutting is because I think it might be in the 30s. Oh, it's level 21. Yeah, I have a long way to go on this. That's kind of a huge barrier to entry. I mean, I guess maybe not. Maybe if you're someone who gets on and you quest for an hour and then you spend an hour leveling up your professions, you're probably able to keep them all pretty high level. Maybe even get most of them to 50 pretty easily. I haven't been taking that much time to do it. Originally, I spent some days off recording, gathering here and there, working on some professions. Haven't done it recently. I've had a lot of things going on in real life, a lot of games that I want to play in non-real life. And yeah, I just haven't made the time. But maybe that'll have to change soon. Alright, we are now in the area where we can search for these chests. I've kind of been conditioned to look for chests only like in and around buildings. We don't really find many just laying out in a field next to a tree, which makes a certain kind of sense. Obviously, these things are more effective when you try to use their maximum range. Which I haven't been doing so far, but which I'm going to start doing now. I'm going to start trying to pull from much further away and act like we're an actual caster. There doesn't seem to be any damage drop-off either when they're super far away. It's like if you can hit them, it's going to deal the max damage. Now hitting them while they're on the run can be another issue entirely. That's where my awesome Call of Duty skills come in. And that's sarcasm, kids. I didn't see you over here. Alright, there we go. We will grab Light's Embrace. I almost wonder if maybe this is straight up better because we lay down the heal for ourselves. We have the Splash of Light. Well, for now, let's go ahead and start working on the Fire Staff. Night fishing. Is there any better feeling than fishing under the starlight? Besides being a relaxing way to spend your evenings on a turnum, you could get attacked by an undead while you're trying to enjoy your nighttime fishing. Oh yeah, we have our full dodge roll back now. Oh, I forgot about that. Well, okay then, game on. Game on. Alright, Fire Mage. Right, okay, yeah, respawns. What a big surprise. Shocker, we're already surrounded by respawns. Oh look, they're respawning on us. Literally on us. Just kill the guy, wait 5 seconds, he'll be back. I kind of want my fiery effects to be a little bit more fiery. I want my fireball to be bigger. If the main thing I'm going to be doing is auto-attacking with my staff and doing that, I want that to look a lot more significant. Because, yeah, it's a rather weak effect. And since I'm going to be seeing it a million times, I'd like it to be a little bit cooler than that, honestly. I always make myself coffee when I'm going to sit down and play, and then it always gets cold. Especially in this game, there's not really like, you can't have a lot. Oh, and I just realized that I've been muted for a while. And yeah, that's the first time that's happened to me in a long time. So my apologies, guys. Slash, I hope you enjoyed the silence, the ambience, and the music. Alright, we need 3 more of these chests. I want to keep using the fire staff because of how fun it is, but I do want to be leveling up the life staff so that I can eventually heal with it. What the corn says, have you ever held a conch shell to your ear so that you can hear the ocean? Have you ever held a bushel of Everfall grown corn to your ear? The principle is much the same, but all the more disturbing are the results. Whispers, barely perceptible at first, seem to emanate from the kernels. A scratchy voice tells tales in tongues with the occasional recognizable words slipping through. I heard your name, Macia, and knew I had to write you at once. Please come see me soon. That guy seems like he's probably just freaking out here, all alone in the cornfields. But yeah, overall impression of the fire staff, I like it. It is fun. Let's see, where else can we look? Let's go down here and check more of these buildings. As fun as it is just to kill guys with the staff, I do want to be completing the quest. Whoop. Pretty sure we aggroed somebody. When they're like right next to us, that knockback doesn't actually seem to knock them back. Sick of potatoes. Potatoes used to be my favorite before coming to Aeternum. Living in Everfall means, for whatever reason, that the food begins to lose its sucker. Now when I eat a potato grown from an Everfall field, I recoil, disturbed by the bland yet acrid flavor on my tongue. I long for a baked potato with butter and cheese, the way it was made in my homeland, but I shall never taste such satisfaction again. That's what you love, right? Some lore about crops. That's what I'm in it for. 2 more chests. Let's look over here. There's 1. And I think this will be the last one we need. Excellent. Okay, over to the anonymous gift. Yeah, I was going to work on my stone cutting, but seeing that it's only level 21 and I need to get it to level 50, that's become more of a long-term goal. We can still stop a little bit along the way and get some stone. But yeah, it's going to be a while before I get that to level 50. Kind of seeing why it's difficult for people to do the dungeon. If you need one of these orbs to get in, the skill levels you need to have to create the orb are pretty high in a lot of different professions. So I can see why not everyone has that, and why once you use the one you get from the quest, it becomes harder to find someone with the orb to get the group going. And then by the time you're like high enough level that you have all those professions leveled up, you're probably not as interested in doing that dungeon. You're probably looking to the next. That's kind of my take on it anyway. I don't know if maybe people can craft the item. Can you buy it on the auction house? That would be one way to handle it. Let's switch over to the life staff to keep that leveled up, though I do think I'm just going to go into healing. We can respec this weapon for free right now. Let's just go over here. This becomes basically useless. This one, though, we can lay down on the ground, and we can step in that to heal ourselves. You and all group members are healed, so this gives us more ways to heal ourselves. I feel like that's fine. Let's just do that. That might work on us. I'm not sure. We have full health, so kind of hard to tell. Okay, looking off into the distance here, I can kind of assume that we're going to be clicking on the glowy things. That's probably what we're dealing with. Is that we're going to go click on some glowy stuff. 5 glowing, it's literally they're called glowing ore samples, so I guess it makes sense. Try to hit some of these long range shots, although I'm obviously not the best marksman with these things. Definitely go for the silver here. There's a couple of nodes around, but we obviously have a little bit of competition, and that's not counting the corrupted guys. Where is this one at? Oh, it's right down there. They are seemingly mining it, although we know they're not really mining it. Yeah, we will take that, thank you. Yeah, I really love that there's no damage fall off. That is actually really great. Alright, like I suspected, I don't think we have anything here that we need. Now, this one would be good for tanking. Plus 10 constitution health, you have a 5.5% more maximum health. Yeah, that's huge. That might be just better just to take that than what we have, right? Give up the 8 focus, maybe? Keep the 8 focus for now, but we're definitely hanging on to this. Alright, we need one more glowy item. And I see one right over here. Definitely easier to deal with these guys from range. He doesn't really seem that able to hit us when we're just moving a little bit. Yeah, that's good to know. Fighting them up close and personal with a sword was a little bit of a pain at times. Vial of Suspended Azoth. Do we open this? Open the vial and take the Azoth along with the magical essence used to suspend it. Okay. We are almost Azoth capped. We have a cap of 1,000. We're at 830 basically. I hate the noises these guys make. Ugh. It's disturbing. It looks like we need to be on the other side of this enormous rock wall. Which probably means running all the way around. Defeat Overseer Zane, and then a little bit further on, defeat Corrupted Ebonrock Quarry. Okay. Are we going into the Dark Cavern? We are. And there he is. Ebonrock orders. As you stare at the symbols, they seem to twist strangely in your brain. You can feel the shapes of the sounds in your head, though you have no idea what they mean. All you can make out is some hint that the corrupted plan to attack the angry earth. Okay. I think we kind of knew that already. Like, just in general, that they were aggressive against the angry earth. Let's get back on the road, and then we will go down here and defeat Corrupted at Ebonrock Quarry. We also got another staff. It's not as good, not even nearly as good as what we have. Just out of curiosity, like I'm gonna look for a group as a healer to see if it is easier or the same to find a group willing to take you. I'm also kind of hoping that the next time we run it won't be what seemed like a speed run. Part of the reason why I missed the item at the end was it was just such a rush that, yeah, I wasn't really able to take the time I wanted to look around and see what was what. So we have to defeat 15 of these guys. I like that they start their special so far back with like no hope of getting to us. How far can I shoot this? All the way back there. Alright, what would we want to do here from, like, an actual healer perspective? Light and heavy attacks no longer take mana, that could be good. If you heal a target below 50% health, gain 3% of your maximum mana. Regenerate stamina and a mana 100% faster while in sacred ground. That could be really good. Light attacks now heal the target for 20% weapon damage when passing through an ally. Let's go there for now. Relax. Relax. What is this? It's something, but we don't need it. Kind of surprised that we aren't already swarmed by respawns. Let's see what's going on back here. Almost. We almost hit him 6 times. Well, that's quite a view. That was a warning shot. We made somebody mad. He's gargling at us. I can kind of see why, like, not a lot of people level this up, you know? It's like, it's fine, it's perfectly serviceable, it can kill things pretty easily, especially when they're a little bit lower level than you. But it's not really exciting, right? And, like, the other tree has a few more things we can do that we can cast at enemies, but, you know, it wasn't really that exciting either. Obviously, like, you don't go into being a healer wanting it to be exciting in the open world while you play solo. But some games do a better job than others at making their healing class interesting to solo players. I just want this thing to be decently leveled before we actually try to heal with it in reality. Let's see. I think we've kind of wandered out of the area. Let's get back on track here. We're looking for a specific guy now, Overseer Zane. Well, we've made everybody angry. I'm trying to... Okay, we might have to go back down the road here. I thought we already got this. Had we not fought this guy already? Did we just not get credit for it or something? We had a higher level person attacking it with us, but I thought we did enough damage to get credit for the kill. Apparently not, though. Yeah. Alright, let's try this again. We'll do this, we'll get some food going. Alright, there he is. He's up there. We are now hitting him. We've definitely killed him once before. Okay, there we go. There is our quest complete. And that is really all that we have to do here now. I'm really tempted to make a beeline for the Citadel here. Let's head up here. I want to be able to teleport there, and we're like really close. So yeah, up to Brightwood we go. That seems like a really good idea. It will also mean we get to see another new area that we haven't seen before. Which is always exciting. Or at least it should be. If you're playing these sorts of games. Let's see how much, if any, visual difference we get once we are into the new area. Like, looking off into the distance, it looks like it's going to be, like, very similar to what we've seen before. Oh, that's a fort! That's not the town. The town's up here. Well, now that I've done this, we're going to go all the way to the town. There's a quest over here, though. Maybe we come and check out what the quest is. This is one of the few NPCs that I've ever seen standing outside of a town who has a quest for us. No voice acting out here, though. It may seem hard to believe, but this was once one of the safest and liveliest parts of Brightwood. All that remains now are my memories, very sad ones, I'm afraid. And now, even those are starting to fade. What happened? The town of Walsum fell to the lost. It's been more years than I can count now. Believe it or not, the wedding was on this very spot. A moment I never want to forget. He was the love of my life, you know. He's become a loss now? Yes, he fell to despair. I had too much pride for that. I packed up and started over many times since. Now I just want those memories. If you venture into town, I'd love you to recover some of my old keepsakes. Seems like an easy way to get a level 26 armor case. Oh, a town over here. Okay. I kind of want to go do that. I feel like we should head to the town. Kind of want to go do this. It's basically in our level range. But maybe if we go to the town, there will be other things that we can do in our level range. I like the music here. The music here is a little different. Got some good lighting coming through. Yeah, I feel like the lighting in this game is one of its best attributes graphically. I really enjoy a lot of the lighting effects. Just some casual corrupted guys here, level 29, that we are not going to fight right now. I'm going to set a marker here so I can have something to track on the compass. And we're going to run cross country and see how that works out for us. But yeah, you can see how this is kind of like just a lot more of the same. Same kinds of trees, same kinds of bushes, same enemy variations. Like, same corrupted, mining the same things we've seen before. They're just higher level here. They're still not very smart or very fast, so you can basically just run right through their camps. I'm gonna try to cut over to this road here. That seems like our best bet, which means we have to land on the western side of this lake. Yeah, now we just have to listen to them gargle at us, which is as disturbing as it ever is. Oh, we need this wolf. We need this stag. Oh, he wants us too. Well, he's on the other side of the rock. The question is, do we hunt? The answer to that is probably not right now. Did he heal up? He did not. Yeah, we're not gonna do that right now. I'm starting to wonder if there are any areas in this game that are gonna seem like really foreign to us, or if it's all for the most part just gonna seem like wilderness. Like normal, basically normal wilderness, right? I mean, every once in a while there's a weird plant or a weird tree. But aside from the corrupted and the lost, like everything's kind of very normal as far as the flora and fauna. I don't know what these are, but I've never seen them before, and we can harvest them, so we're harvesting them. Slimy twist caps. But yeah, the one thing that changes most in zones is kind of the lighting and some of the fog effects and stuff. Oh, okay, you are level 32. I don't really know. Well, we can damage you though, so like, are you just gonna run? And like, how far can you run exactly? Yeah, like, see, the lighting and stuff changed here. Everything's more bluish gray, but if you're looking at the trees and the mountains and the grass and the foliage and the road, all of that stuff is the same as it's ever been. None of it is any different than anywhere else we've been. But we now have this grayish blue filter over the light, which gives you the feeling of like, hey, I'm in a different area. But if you actually examine your surroundings, it's really more of the same stuff, isn't it? Well, it is what it is. We made it here. Up here they have level 35 portals as opposed to having level 25 portals. Well, we might as well come here and take a look at what kinds of quests we have and maybe check out our faction board. We'll start with the faction board since we're right here.
Calls me to Brightwood, where strength is truly tested.
All right. Let's see. Marauders need Pastor Walsh removed from the theater. Plunder Walsham. Acquire Warrior Strongbox. And raid Walsham Fields. What level is this stuff? Look at all the tokens we have. Yeah, we still can't. We have to become a gladiator. I think we have to like PvP to level this up. Ravager, Destroyer, Commander. I don't know. Oh, we can do this stuff. Okay, yeah, level 24, level 25, level 26. Okay, this is good. I don't mind continuing the side quest while we try to find a group to finish up our main quest, as long as we can do it in a new zone and see some areas we have not seen before. Let's go talk to this guy over here. Girl.
But it may well be true.
We've been dug in here battling the soulless lost for centuries. Why has it lasted so long?
That's a history lesson for you.
300 years ago, all Aeternum was facing a plague of soullessness. The lost rising in unprecedented numbers, and the worst of it here in Brightwood. Of course, I was but a lass then.
No, I didn't arrive until later.
The Inquisitors were all gone by then, so I became a Justicar instead. But I'm as committed as the Inquisitors were to ending the lost once and for all. Maybe you want to help. Yes.
Perfect.
First thing we need is the tools the Inquisition had at their disposal. Inquisitor Lucia was the bane of the soulless until she lost her own. Destroy her and reclaim her tools. She'd want it this way. These seem interesting. Okay, like a lot more interesting than some of the stuff we were doing for the previous towns. We have, let's see, one more quest to pick up all the way in the back. From their town hall, from their mayor, who is standing in the same spot, in the same looking town hall, as they stand in every single town.
You are welcome here.
Brightwood may not be as bright as it once was, but it is still a bastion of light. The territory's curse cannot penetrate the settlement walls. Brightwood is cursed? It has been for 300 years. Oh, go ahead. You take it.
If not longer.
The plague of soullessness on Aeternum is strongest here. The Lost are far greater threat here than any corruption. They dominate these lands. Can't anything be done?
Perhaps Herbalist Lau came here.
He just stopped literally mid-sentence. You guys heard it, I heard it, we were all here for it, I didn't press anything. Herbalist Lau came here within the last decade and she believes the land itself may be cursed. If you can gather her soil samples from some of the northern towns, she can test her theory. It would be most appreciated. Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna side quest here. I think that's what we are going to do, especially now that we will be able to teleport here. I think we're gonna do some side quest here. What's our capacity looking like? Not great because I insisted on gathering all that stone, which I should now go ahead and level that up. So let's find our stone cutting station all the way down here. And let's get that done, and we'll make sure that our weight is as little as it can be. And we have a bunch of quests right up here. These are level 28. And then we have a handful down here. So yeah, I'm excited. We have a lot to do. But this is a good place to take a break, isn't it? Yes, it is. We are going to take a break here, guys, and next time we're going to try to do all this stuff in one go. So we'll head up here first. We'll check out this one over here, Location Scout, and then we'll head down here back to where we entered the zone and finish all this stuff up. And, you know, in the meantime, I'm going to keep leveling up the life staff and looking for a group to do the dungeon. So that is kind of my plan. We'll quest here. We'll get the dungeon completed again. We will grab the heart gem this time so that we can finish the quest. And then we'll go from there. Yeah, I'm still having a lot of fun in the game. I'm especially now that I know we can go to these other areas, and even if we have to work on side quests while we wait for a group, at least it's something to do that's a little bit different than the stuff we've been doing in the other 4 zones. So yeah, really excited. Hope you guys are as well. Let me know what you think, and as always, I really appreciate you all being here and spending your time with me in Aeternum. Thank you so much. Take care of yourselves and each other, and we will see you back here again really soon. Bye now.